Yeah.
Umpire doesn't call that wide. Bowler lucky to get away with it.
Yep.
Oh, picks that one up nicely. Good shot.
Wait there.
They need to be careful not to go after the wrong ball here. These dots are building the pressure.
Yep.
Nicely played.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Wait. Yep.
That's what the crowd have come to see. Nicely played.
We'll meet nearly 80,000 people in our...
Yeah.
One run added.
Wait on. Wait there. Yep.
दोस्तों फिलहाल आप सभी को बताते हैं मुकाबले के बारे में। तो फिलहाल आप देख सकते हैं प्लेयर्स जो हैं ग्राउंड के ऊपर आ चुके हैं। पहली गेंद आने वाली है। यहाँ पे काउंटडाउन चल रहा है गाइस। जी हाँ, काउंटडाउन चल रहा है और आइए देखते हैं काउंटडाउन के बाद मुकाबला कितनी जल्दी शुरू होता है। एबी डिविलियर्स क्यों नहीं खेल रहा है? एबी डिविलियर्स खेलेगा भाई, अगले साल खेलेगा, टेंशन मत लीजिए। इस साल कोरोना वायरस है इसीलिए नहीं खेल रहा है। शेल्डन कॉटरल गेंदबाजी करेंगे। जी हाँ दोस्तों, शेल्डन कॉटरल गेंदबाजी करेंगे। स्ट्राइक पर रहेंगे आपको रहीम कॉर्नवेल। जी हाँ, लेफ्ट आर्म ओवर द विकेट गेंदबाजी करेंगे। आइए देखते हैं इस गेंद पर क्या होता है। रहीम कॉर्नवेल स्ट्राइक पे जो रहेंगे आज के इस मैच में। देखते हैं आज रहीम कॉर्नवेल क्या करते हैं। जी हाँ दोस्तों, फिलहाल पहली गेंद। जी दोस्तों, आज के मुकाबले में स्ट्राइक पे जो रहेंगे वो रहेंगे आपको आंड्रे फ्लेचर। लेफ्ट आर्म ओवर द विकेट। ये गेंद पहली गेंद थी, बाहरी किनारा लगते लगते बाल बची और स्कोर जो है फिलहाल पहली गेंद पर डॉट बॉल। जी हाँ दोस्तों, डॉट बॉल के साथ शुरुआत करी है। तो शुरुआत हो चुकी है पहली गेंद पर डॉट बॉल और डॉट के साथ शुरुआत हुई है और आप लोगों को बता देते हैं स्कोर जो अभी तक खाता नहीं खुल पाया गाइस और पहली गेंद पर डॉट बॉल का स्कोर हो चुका है। अगली गेंद पर देखते हैं क्या होता है। एक बार फिर से गेंदबाजी करने के लिए तैयार हैं। आइए देखते हैं इस गेंद पर क्या होता है। एक बार फिर से बढ़िया शॉट लगा यहाँ पर एंड्रे फ्लेचर ने उठाकर शॉट खेल दिया था। गेंद हवा में, नीचे फील्डर मौजूद है। बेहतरीन फील्डिंग का प्रदर्शन करा वहां पर मोहम्मद नबी ने और इस गेंद को पकड़ लिया आसानी के साथ और 2 रन आसानी के साथ बल्लेबाज पूरे कर लेंगे। इन 2 रनों के साथ स्कोर बढ़कर हो चुका है। यहाँ पर अगर हम बात करें तो स्कोर बढ़कर हो चुका है फिलहाल 2 रन 2 गेंदों के बाद। तो काफी बढ़िया फिलहाल शुरुआत हुई है गाइस इस मुकाबले में। अगर हम बात करें इन दोनों ही टीम्स के द्वारा, जैसा कि आप लोग स्क्रीन के ऊपर नजर आ रहा होगा और आप देख पा रहे होंगे कि 3 गेंदें हो चुकी हैं फिलहाल। 3 गेंदों के बाद स्कोर जो है यहाँ पर मात्र और मात्र 1 ही रन लिया गया। जी हाँ दोस्तों, पिछली वाली गेंद पर अगर हम बात करें तो मात्र सिंगल ही भागा गया है। जी हाँ, मात्र सिंगल भागा गया दोनों के दोनों बल्लेबाजों के द्वारा। तो आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मेरे भाइयों, जो भी लोग जुड़े हुए हैं। जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक का बटन दबाने के बाद चैनल को सब्सक्राइब का जो बटन है उसके ऊपर जल्दी दबा दीजिएगा, क्योंकि नोटिफिकेशन तभी मिलेगा आप लोगों को। चलिए अगली गेंद इसी बीच एक और बढ़िया गेंद दी, एक और डॉट बॉल। जी हाँ, बाहरी किनारा लगते लगते बाल बच गई गेंद और इसी के साथ हम बात करते हैं 3 गेंदें हो चुकी हैं। 3 गेंदों के बाद जो है डॉट बॉल, 1 रन मात्र बन पाया। जी हाँ, रकीम कॉर्नवेल जो थे वो स्ट्राइक पे थे गाइस और स्कोर जो है अगर हम बात करें तो स्कोर आप लोगों को नजर आ रहा होगा। स्कोर जो है बढ़कर हो चुका है 1 रन और फिलहाल बिना किसी विकेट के नुकसान के बाद। चलिए एक बार फिर से देखते हैं इस गेंद पर क्या होता है। चौथी गेंद करने के लिए तैयार। इस बीच बेहतरीन शॉट, इस बार किसी के पास कोई मौका नहीं रहेगा और बल्लेबाज ने बिल्कुल सीधा खेला था इस शॉट को। बिल्कुल तीर की तरह गेंद गई, लेकिन चौका मिलेगा नहीं गाइस। फील्डर मौजूद चले जाएंगे और आसानी के साथ जो यहाँ पर 2 रन ले लेंगे। जी हाँ, इन 2 रनों के साथ हम स्कोर की बात करें तो स्कोर बढ़कर हो चुका है 3 रन। मैं जा रहा हूँ, आप लाइव नहीं दिखा रहे हो भाई। लाइव नहीं दिखा सकते मेरे भाई, लाइव दिखाएंगे तो बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम है। कोई बात नहीं बाबू भाई, आइएगा जब आपको मन करे तब। फिलहाल आप सभी को बता दूं गाइस स्कोर बढ़कर जो है हो चुका है आपको 3 रन। काफी बढ़िया शॉट लगा था पिछली वाली गेंद पर, जैसा कि आप लोग नजर बिना सकते हैं और स्कोर जो है फिलहाल अभी बढ़कर हो चुका है 4 रन। अगली गेंद एक और बढ़िया गेंद थी यहाँ पर और यहाँ पर इस गेंद को खेल दिया थर्ड मैन की तरफ और एक और सिंगल ले लेंगे बल्लेबाज। इस सिंगल के साथ स्कोर जो है अब बढ़कर हो चुका है, आप लोग स्क्रीन के ऊपर नजर आ रहा होगा गाइस। स्कोर बढ़कर हो चुका है यहाँ पे 4 रन और बिना किसी विकेट के नुकसान के बाद। और क्या लगता है आप लोगों को मुकाबले के बारे में गाइस, ये मुकाबला कौन जीत सकता है? आप लोग जल्दी जल्दी अपनी अपनी प्रेडिक्शंस कमेंट बॉक्स में बताते रहिएगा। एक बार फिर से आखिरी गेंद करने के लिए तैयार है। रकीम कॉर्नवेल जो है स्ट्राइक पे रहेंगे दोस्त। रकीम कॉर्नवेल देखते हैं क्या करते हैं रकीम कॉर्नवेल, क्योंकि रकीम कॉर्नवेल की बात करें तो काफी बढ़िया गेंदबाज है और बढ़िया शॉट लगाया एंड्रे फ्लेचर ने। इस बार किसी के पास कोई मौका नहीं, गेंद जाती हुई कवर बाउंड्री के बाहर 4 रनों के लिए। व्हाट अ गुड शॉट। जी हाँ दोस्तों, बेहतरीन शॉट और गेंद सीधा बाउंड्री लाइन के बाहर 4 रन के लिए। वाओ, एसएनपी विन दिखाएगा। बिल्कुल भाई, एसएनपी जीत सकता है अगर हम बात करें मैच में तो, लेकिन अगर हम बात करें मुकाबले की तो काफी बढ़िया प्रदर्शन कर रही है ये टीम। और आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे पहले ओवर की समाप्ति के बाद स्कोर बढ़कर हो चुका है यहाँ पर 8 रन और फिलहाल बिना किसी विकेट नुकसान पे। क्या बेहतरीन बल्लेबाजी।
Fletcher hits the first boundary. It's 8 for none after 1.
Some awkward bounce here for Evan Lewis. Whoa, that could have been dangerous. Just popped up unexpectedly.
Here, Patriots with those 3 changes. The Silva, Powell and Tanvir come into the side, and out go Kelly, Hamilton and Drakes. So one of those changes we're going to see in action here. Left arm of Sahel Tanvir, very experienced, as cricket lovers will appreciate. Those new to watching this form of the game. Very talented all-rounder that's played a lot of this format in the last decade or so. He had a tight little calf, we're told. A bit of a twinge. Tightness in the calf, so I thought, well, look, we'll give him a rest. So Hale didn't play the previous match. So now, he's back in the kit. Great economy rate. And a wicket taker. Remember that fifer in Barbados? Very well. Up against Cornwall now. Hello. Good morning.
That's the challenge for Rakeem Cornwall, to make contact, to make sure that he picks his areas. I just feel he's a little too extravagant. Still needs to find a way of assessing the conditions, knowing exactly what he wants to do against a particular bowler. Should be mindful that this guy, Tanveer's lengths are usually impeccable. Might be worthwhile just getting a single, getting himself in.
You heard you, Darren. Strike back to the Spice Man. Yeah, been operating with just a slip and Ben Dunk standing at slip. Dennis rammed him with the gloves on. So, yeah, most sides fairly generic with that one slip in. Sort of, you see guys that swing it. And the swing doesn't last long with the white ball. So, I haven't really seen anyone go, be brave enough and go two slips. Just keep it simple there. Fletcher, very, very adept at going over that offside. It'll be tempting, that small boundary through cover. Oh, patience.
Just to build upon that point, Danny Morrison, about batsmen targeting bowlers. We talked to many of the great players in world cricket. They will tell you easily that they always focus on particular bowlers that they can dominate, and they're well aware of those who threaten their wicket. Same applies in T20 cricket. You must know your bowlers that you're up against, what their strengths are, and then have your approach to counter it. This young man, De Silva, very early in his T20 career, debuted in the first match that the Patriots played.
Easy brace, Fletcher. Bigger side of the ground here for today. On the side of the square. Dream 11, yeah. Go to dream11.com or download the app. Yeah, join for free. All contests and competitions going on. Create your own team. Yeah, pick the captain. He gets double. So if the captain does well, double points. Hopefully Chris Lynn will do well today. Do like watching him bat. Funky Dunky, who's at slip. Ben Dunk. When those two get going, look out. Width, yeah. Too wide, too short, boom.
Just size him up a bit, Andrew Fletcher. The line was outside the off stump. Didn't try to get across as a right-handed batsman. Stood his ground to allow for that free-flowing arm to hit square. Excellent. Picked his spot as well.
That's what happened, yeah. Lucas Hale, he knows it, too wide. That ball to shape. A little bit too generous with the length and the line. Oh, he's hustling for one. Oh, with a quick single. Look out, Sir Hale in the follow through. 2 done, 16 for now. Some real talent on offer here in the matchup of the Saints. Kiwi connection. Sodi's here. It's got Kugelheim in the opposition. Zouks. Kiwi connection. Kugelheim. You just see it's hard to get going in this humidity. Come out of a winter, of course, the New Zealanders and the Aussies. At the moment, things just rotating nicely. Boundary, and a few singles, a couple of twos. It's back over to you, Rakeem.
It's been a watchful start so far by the Zouks. Been guilty of losing wickets at regular intervals. That is something that they want to improve on as a batting unit. They want to use a left-handed Zadran to good effect against Ish Sodhi.
Here's Raheem Cornwall has just called out the physio. Just says, we're hearing it, he may have an issue with a headache. The water, maybe take a tablet of some nature.
Was out there for the toss. Quite hot and heated conditions. As you're quite aware, it's the rainy season, so we've had phases of hot sunshine alongside rainfall. Maybe some lightheadedness being experienced by Raheem Cornwall.
Looks like he's going to come off. Yeah, he may. You say sometimes you do that in the humidity, and he hasn't played for a while, and might just be feeling a little vague. And you get that lightheadedness and the humidity, and it really does affect you. Certainly known that back in the day of playing. So he's going to come off here, Keane. Yeah, because maybe just his vision, he may be just saying, yeah, I'm just feeling a little dizzy, and sometimes you do, your eyes start to flicker. He's going to come off. So Cornwall is going to retire hurt for a little bit. It is 17 without loss here. The left-handed Mark Dale has come out to replace Raheem Cornwall, who's gone off actually with a bit of a headache or a dizziness. Anyway, he's headed back to the dressing room. Some tension. Mark Dale is making his way in this format. Very fluent and stylish left-hander. Great catcher. Cougar line with the bowler. Run out as well. Anyway, here he is on strike. There we go. That is style to the max. And it's a max. It's a hero one. Here's a big sixer to the big side.
Look, I tell you, when a batsman steps to the crease and hits his first delivery off the park for hero maximum, tells you something about his confidence. He's high on confidence. We saw that in the last game that the Zouks played.
And Cottrell's just been bowling to two right-handers, so that was just perfect for a right-hander, but for a left-hander it is also perfect on the hip. Right in that slot to get drop-kicked. Careful there. Get into those legs of a left-hander. Pace on the ball.
Nicely done. 7 from 2 deliveries, Mark Dial. His challenge will be to sustain that effort as deep as possible in this innings for the Zouks. Take some pressure off Andre Fletcher. That's what we haven't seen consistently from many teams in Hero CPL 2020. Players getting starts and not carrying on.
Oh, take a photo with a pose. Fletcher down on one knee and carves this backward a point.
Is the sort of player that likes to stand beside the ball. When I say that, he's more to leg stump, to allow for those arms to hit the ball through that offside. Seen a couple like these so far in the innings from Fletcher. He's playing to his strength.
The bowler Sheldon Cottrell has decided to come left arm around, shut down and change the angle somewhat. Oh, he's threaded this nicely as Fletcher. Dale is quick. He's thinking of 3. Fletcher's not. Jeez, it was a big hit. It was massive, and that pickup from Mark Dale onto the biggest side of the ground. Just kept going.
Danny, I want to ask you about the left-hand, right-hand combination as a fast bowler. How does that impact on you?
Yeah, well, you say, particularly staying over the wicket, and I tended to want to. Sometimes you get in closer, sometimes you want to go wider. Subtle changes, but it does have an impact. You're right. He's going to keep the strike here as Andre Fletcher. Half the power play done. It's 31 without loss now.
Another nice start for Andre Fletcher. 20 from 11 so far. A long innings today will do a wealth of good for the Zouks and Fletcher himself.
Bowler, Jagassar. Yeah, John Ross Jagassar. So, difference of pace off the ball. That's what Rad Emirates gone to.
That's the middle stump.
It's interesting to see if it goes off the straight. But I'd imagine if you do, you give it a little bit of a rip and you give it a tweak. And I just think because of the nature of the surface, there's just a little bit more of that tufted type grass on it. Let's see if it gets it done.
I also reckon it's the variety that Emirates will get from John Ross Jagassar, which is what has prompted him to bring him on so early in the innings. He bowls a Dusra as well, so not only will he take the ball away from Dial, he'll run it on straight.
Oh, he gets it!
Oh, chance.
Just like that.
Yeah, you've got to take these opportunities. Really do. Come along like this. Remember the Patriots yet to get off the mark. Yeah, that is just basics. Stock and standard. Ben Duck, who normally has the gloves on, so he has got good hands. Oh dear. He's here, more of them. Oh, I love the sponsors. DG. Rainforest Match Centre. Look at that. Your little beauty. Here in the engine room. Looking after us.
Been talking about the variety. Any batsman batting within the first 5 overs will know that the ball, because of the hardness, the newness, the pronounced seam, will not allow a lot of turn.
Hello, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, we're going to have to come upstairs. Is that Powell down there? It is such a big boundary. It was so nonchalant with a take. And then, I think, realising the ropes there, going to have to check this one, D.
But it's the bigger side of the boundary. We mentioned the shift in the pitch. So any player trying to clear the fence should be mindful of it. Yeah, Fletcher is disappointed. Didn't have the muscle on that one. The big question is whether Paul took a legitimate catch. This might be a question as well, but looks good. There's something behind that line. Takes the catch, goes outside, and jumps in.
I just wonder once he goes over. Karen Powell there, oopsie, realises he's losing balance. Needed to go a bit higher with the throw maybe. Ooh, that's tight. And he's touching, I don't know, he's touching the cushion. Unlucky, Mr. Powell. That's going to be 6. Spice Man, you are lucky boy. Spicey's got a life. Oh, I love it. He was furious with himself, was Fletcher. There it is, confirmation of the maximum. He's sitting to the biggest part of the boundary here today in match 7 because we've moved to the other side of the square. And he can't believe it's his first T20 match since 2016. I've just been enlightened. Thank you, Mr. Miller. Oh. He thinks he's caught it. He thinks it's all right. He can't. That's the beauty of replays and the modern era. A lot more cameras.
Pertinent thing here is to look at the advertising board. Look how it's dislodged. Just there. Space created with the boards. Evidence that was 6.
Reload this one. Very frustrating for Jagisar because you think about the chance put down. Dunk. Coach O'Donnell will be ripping his hair out. Dugout. So 11 off that over. It's 42 without loss.
Eventful over from John Ross Jagisar. He has created the chances and the opportunities for a wicket. Might get the support from his teammates.
Yeah, she's a useful start this for the Zouks. It's going at just over 10s. They have more left-handedness from the far end of Lara Academy Oval. So we've got Sahale swapping ends, taking over from Cottrell. Very good timer of the cricket ball, this Markdale. I'm very impressed. And he hasn't had too many opportunities. There's early doors after all. That pick up for 6. It's just so sweet. You've got it the very first ball. And you flick that, biggest side of the ground. It goes way over. The hail is going to come around because of Fletcher taking guard. Wrist work again, both these players loving it off their hip.
You can understand why Sir Tanvir goes round the wicket, because he's trying to take that arm away from Fletcher. This was the first delivery that Markdale faced. Just picked it up, helped it on its way. He's only played one first-class match, but he has a wealth of experience playing at the domestic level in Trinidad. Multi-talented as well.
Sweet through cover. Not completely time it that well. There's a bit of work to do out there. Dunk helps out. So speed, and they get through for 3.
Excellent work by the Zouks. They've been very measured in their approach at the start of this innings, despite having lost Rakeem Cornwall. He's retired, not feeling too well.